Stop scrolling right now. I am not going to waste a single second of your time because what I'm about to tell you cannot wait. You have been feeling it lately, that strange pull, that quiet knowing that something about you is fundamentally different from the people around you. You have tried to explain it, you have tried to ignore it, but it keeps returning. Chosen one, what you have been feeling is not confusion. It is activation. Something inside you is waking up that most people on this earth will never experience in their entire lifetime. And the reason this message found you today is not an accident. Out of billions of people scrolling through this world right now, this word landed in front of you. Type 444 if something in you already knew this message was coming before you could explain why. Before this message begins, if you feel in your spirit that this word was prepared for you today, take 1 second and subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell. God's messages are arriving daily, and every single one was written with a chosen one in mind. Do not miss what is coming next. You survived something that should have destroyed you. Let that sink in for a moment. Not something that could have destroyed you, something that should have destroyed you. The enemy designed it specifically for your annihilation. Every detail was calculated. Every timing was orchestrated. Every person involved was positioned to ensure you would not rise again. And yet, here you are, breathing, standing, reading these words. Do you understand what that means in the spiritual realm? Heaven is not just watching you. Heaven is stunned by you. The divine realm is in awe of what you have endured and what you have become, because what you walked through was not a random misfortune. It was a targeted assault, a hidden betrayal that came from someone you trusted with your heart, a health crisis that struck without warning and left you gasping for hope, a financial collapse that stripped away everything you thought defined your security, a spiritual attack so relentless that you questioned whether God had abandoned you entirely. You know exactly which one I am speaking about. You have tried to move past it. You have tried to pretend it did not leave scars, but the truth is, chosen one, that trial was designed to break you at the deepest level of your identity. And it did not succeed. Heaven watched every single moment of your struggle. Do not think for a second that God looked away when you were on your knees. Do not believe the lie that the Most High was silent because he did not care. The truth is far more profound. The Creator of the universe leaned in closer during your darkest hour than at any other moment in your life. Every tear you cried was collected. Every prayer you whispered was recorded. Every time you thought you could not take another step and somehow took it anyway, the angels of heaven stopped what they were doing and watched. Because what you did not know, what you could not see through the fog of your pain, was that you were carrying a secret weapon. You did not even know you had it. You thought you were fighting with your own strength. You thought you were barely surviving by sheer willpower. But that was not what was happening. The weapon you carried was your faith, not the loud, showy faith that demands attention, not the faith that speaks in perfect theological sentences, the faith that simply refused to let go, the faith that whispered in the middle of the night when no one was listening, "I still trust you." The faith that kept your hand reaching toward heaven, even when your fingers were too weak to hold on. That faith was not just keeping you alive, it was shaking the spiritual realm. And there was someone else watching, someone whose role in your survival you have not fully understood until this moment. Archangel Michael, the warrior prince of heaven, the one who stands against the accuser of the brethren, the one whose sword has never failed and whose shield has never broken. He was assigned to you before you were born. He knew your name before your mother did. And when the enemy launched that assault against your life, Michael did not hesitate. He did not consult. He did not wait for permission. He stepped between you and destruction. You cannot see the wounds he took on your behalf. You cannot count the arrows that were meant for your heart that he intercepted before they could reach you. But they are real. They are recorded in the annals of heaven. And the moment you passed through that trial, the moment you emerged on the other side, still breathing, still believing, still standing, Archangel Michael himself turned to the courts of heaven and declared that you would pass the test. You did not even know you were being tested. That is the most beautiful part. You thought you were just surviving. You thought you were just trying to make it through another day, but heaven saw something different. Heaven saw a chosen one who refused to break. Heaven saw a warrior who did not know they were a warrior. Heaven saw a faith that did not need to see the outcome to keep believing. And in that moment, something shifted in the spiritual realm. The enemy lost his case against you. The accuser had no more accusations to bring. Because you did not curse God. You did not turn away. You did not abandon your post. You held the line. And now heaven is preparing something that will make every demon in hell tremble. Heaven is preparing your public testimony. This is not going to be a quiet restoration. This is not going to be a private healing that only you and God know about. This is going to be a public honor, a miracle testimony that will be spoken in places you have never been, a story that will reach people you have never met, a declaration of God's faithfulness that will be used to save others who are walking through the exact same fire you just walked through. Do you understand what that means? Your pain is about to become someone else's deliverance. Your scars are about to become someone else's roadmap. Your survival is about to become someone else's proof that God is real. Heaven is not just impressed with you. Heaven is moved by you. And when heaven is moved, things happen that cannot be explained by natural laws. Doors that were sealed are about to open. Relationships that were destroyed are about to be restored in a way that leaves everyone speechless. Finances that were stolen are about to be returned with interest. Health that was attacked is about to be supernaturally renewed. And the people who watched you fall are about to watch you rise in a way that forces them to acknowledge that something greater than human strength carried you through. I need to pause here for a moment, because what I just shared with you, that is only the surface of what God wants you to understand about your elevation. There is a deeper wisdom that I could not fit into this message. The specific steps, the exact posture of faith that positions you to receive and keep what God is sending. The spiritual principles that the wealthiest and most protected chosen ones walk in quietly every single day. I wrote all of it down. It is waiting for you in the pinned comment below this video. Find it before we continue, because what comes next in this message will land even deeper when you have that foundation in place. Now listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you is urgent. You are entering a season where your testimony will be tested before it is released. The enemy knows what heaven is preparing. He knows that your story has the power to set captives free. He knows that your victory will inspire an army of chosen ones who are still in the middle of their own battles. And he will try to stop you from walking in the fullness of what God has for you. He will try to make you doubt your own experience. He will whisper that it was not really God. He will try to convince you that you are not worthy to speak about what happened. He will send people who will question your story, who will minimize your pain, who will try to steal the glory that belongs to God alone. Do not let them. Do not let the enemy silence you before your testimony has a chance to breathe. You have been through too much to stay quiet now. You have been through too much to let fear keep you hidden. The same faith that carried you through the fire is the faith that will carry you into your public assignment. But here is the wisdom you must hold close. Stewarding this testimony without pride is the key to keeping everything God is about to release. The moment you start believing that you survived because of your own strength, you open the door for the enemy to steal your victory. The moment you start thinking that you are special because of what you endured, you risk losing the very anointing that carried you through. Stay low, stay humble. Remember that every breath you took during that trial was a gift from heaven. Remember that every step you took was ordered by the Most High. You are not the hero of this story. God is. You are the vessel. You are the witness. You are the one who gets to point to heaven and say, "Look what the Lord has done." That is your assignment. That is your honor. And if you walk in that humility, heaven will trust you with even more favor, more authority, more opportunities to be a channel of blessing to others. If this message is confirming something in your spirit right now, pause for one moment. Subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. There are daily messages coming for chosen ones just like you. Every single one is a word that God prepared for someone who needed it today. Make sure you are there to receive them. And before I go further, that guide in the pinned comment, the one with the deeper wisdom, If you have not found it yet, this is your second reminder. Because what I am about to share about protecting your blessing and walking in sustained divine favour, it connects directly to what is written there. The two things work together. The message plants the seed, the guide shows you how to water it. Go find it, then come back and let us continue. You are about to witness something that will make your faith feel brand new. Heaven is preparing a public display of your victory that will leave no room for doubt. The people who counted you out are about to see you counted in. The people who whispered behind your back are about to hear your name spoken with honour. The people who thought your story was over are about to watch the next chapter unfold in a way that only God could write. And here is the part that will make you weep. Your testimony will not just save strangers. It will save people you love, people who are currently walking through their own darkness and do not know how to find the light. People who have given up on God because they cannot see how their pain could ever mean anything. You are going to be the proof they needed. You are going to be the living evidence that God does not waste suffering. You are going to be the voice that tells them, I made it through and you will too. Do you feel the weight of that? Do you feel the responsibility? It is not a burden. It is a privilege. It is the highest honour heaven can give a chosen one. To have your pain redeemed, to have your scars turned into a map for others, to have your survival become someone else's salvation, that is what is coming for you, and it is coming soon. Do not let impatience steal your peace. Do not let the delay make you doubt. Heaven's timing is perfect. The moment your testimony is released, it will land exactly where it needs to land. It will reach exactly the people who need to hear it. It will accomplish exactly what God designed it to accomplish. Trust the process. Trust the preparation. Trust the one who carried you through the fire and is now preparing to show the world what he did in the secret place. Before we close this message, if something spoken here today has landed in your spirit, please subscribe and ring the bell. Share this with a chosen one in your life who is waiting for their breakthrough. You may be the reason they received the word they needed today. God uses chosen ones to reach other chosen ones. You are part of that chain. Now hear this final declaration. It is not a suggestion. It is not a possibility. It is a spiritual reality that has already been established in the courts of heaven. Your survival has stunned the divine realm. Your faith has moved the heart of the Creator. Your testimony is about to shake the earth. Heaven is not just impressed, heaven is moved. Your story will be told in the courts of glory. It will be spoken among the angels. It will be recorded in the annals of eternity. And every time it is told, someone will be set free. Every time it is shared, a chain will be broken. Every time it is remembered, the enemy will be reminded that he cannot defeat a chosen one who refuses to quit. You are that chosen one. You have always been that chosen one. And now heaven is ready to show the world what it has known all along. You were never meant to be destroyed. You were meant to be a testimony. Go and walk in that truth. Go and live in that victory. Go and be the proof that God is still in the business of raising the dead. Because that is exactly what he did with you, and he is not finished yet.